Hi guys, you're watching Tuesdays with Expression on Cardz TV, and today we're going to make card number 5 in the 12 Days of Christmas card series, and we're going to do some paper quilting. I did a card last year with some paper quilting on the front, and we did, I think it was a 9-patch. Well, today we're going to do an 8-point star. And I figured out how to cut all the pieces with the Art Philosophy cartridge. Now this is also called a Lemoyne star, and this came from the Lemoyne brothers who settled in Louisiana in 1699. So this quilt pattern's been around for a long time. So we'll cut the pieces for that, and our background and our sentiment layer out of the Art Philosophy cartridge. We're going to use a little bit of paper from this paper pad called Home for Christmas. This is from Pebbles, but most of my pieces are just from scraps. And we'll be using the Cardz TV Very Merry stamp set, and we're going to use Have a Warm and Cozy Christmas, because this little card's going to look like a warm, country, cozy Christmas quilt. We've got a white card base. When folded is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and I'll have all the supplies that I used and the sizes for everything at the end of the video. This little red and white polka dot was just a piece of scrap that I had, and then this one, it's this really pretty kind of light aqua, and it's got like white stitching in it, and I thought that would be perfect for this little card. And this is the one piece that came from that Pebbles paper pad. I'm going to get these layered and attached to the front of my card using my ATG gun. Our base is ready, and we're going to put this aside and work on our star for our little quilt square. Now, here's the base, and you'll find that on page 25 in the Art Philosophy cartridge. Here it is, right here. I cut this at 3 inches. Now, to cut the little pieces that go on here to make it look like a quilt square, I hit shift and layer, and I cut this piece right here, which is like an overlay that would go over this to make it look this way. But I didn't want it to look like this. I didn't want that extra piece like this. I want the inside pieces. So I turned my Cricut up to 4 1/4 inches because I want these little pieces that come out. And let me show you what I cut. This is what it looked like after I cut the pieces out, because it cuts the pieces first, then it will go around and cut this shape. Well, what I did, after it cut all 8 pieces, I hit stop. So all I got was this right here, these pieces. And you can see I've got 4 in a stripe. And then here's a piece of this flowered paper. And I've got 4 pieces in that. And I've got 4 of each left because I cut it twice, and that will be enough to make another card. I hope this is making sense, guys. You're going to cut this piece, the base, at 3 inches, and because we're not going to use this outside piece, we want just the inside pieces, we're going to bump it up to 4 1/4 to make these bigger, if I can pick these up. And these will go on top of the white so that you don't see anything around them. This is all you'll see. And see, that completely fills in the white part of your star. And we're going to go ahead and alternate these on here, and I'm going to use my 2-way glue pen to get these adhered down, and my tweezers because they're small pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and get this done, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you about the base that we're going to put this on. But you can see this is going to look just like an 8-point star or a Lemoyne star. Here's my finished 8-point or Lemoyne star, all adhered together. And I had seen several variations of this when I was researching it. And one was to put a button in the center, which I've done, just a little blue button, and I ran some embroidery floss through there, and it's adhered with a glue dot. Another variation was another square in the center of a different pattern, but I kind of like the button better because you can see the star and the different pattern papers much better. Now, to put this on the card, we need a base for our little star. So I went back to the Art Philosophy cartridge and I cut this rounded square that you'll find on page 23, and this is some more of that polka dot paper, and I cut this rounded square at 3 inches. Then I wanted a scallop square to go behind it in white, and that is on page 33 right here, and I cut that at 3 1/4 inches. I'm going to adhere these two squares together and pop this up on some foam tape and put it right there on the card, and then I'm going to put my star on, and it fits just perfectly inside that red square. I love that. That is so pretty. So let me get this attached to the front, and then I'll show you what we're going to do for the sentiment. Here's my scalloped mat, my red mat, adhered down with some foam tape, and I just adhered my 8-point star down flat, and I used my 2-way glue pen for that. I love that. Love the colors. It's a little bit different for a Christmas card, but I really like it. Now, we're going to add a little strip or a little border right down here to put our sentiment across, and this is another piece of this flowered paper, and this was cut at 5/8 of an inch by 4 inches. I'm going to adhere that down, and then I cut a background piece and a white piece for my sentiment, and for that I went to page 47 in the Art Philosophy cartridge. Everything's in one cartridge today, guys. Now, here it is right here. This is called shape number 8. I cut the red mat, which is some more of that red and white polka dot. I cut it at 1 3/4 inches, and then the white sentiment mat I cut at 1 1/2 inches. And I've used some Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp my sentiment, and that came from the Cardz TV Very Merry stamp set. Have a warm and cozy Christmas, and I think that's perfect for a card with a quilt square on it. And I'm going to adhere these together, pop this up on some foam tape, and get that right there. So I've got some glue on me. So I'm going to get everything adhered down, and we'll come back and take a look at card number 5. Here's my card all finished. This is card number 5 in the 12 Days of Christmas card series, and it looks like I spent all day cutting paper out and piecing it together, but I didn't. I let my Cricut and the Art Philosophy cartridge do most of the work. It was a quick and easy card to make, lots of fun, and I hope you guys will give this one a try. I really had a good time with this one. Thank you so much for stopping by today, guys. And remember to live your dash with love. And I'll see you again soon. Bye now.